Welcome back, all you beer bastards. Got another beer review today. This one is going to be a little different. It'll be an out-of-this-world experience. Why do I say that? Because the name of this beer is nothing other than Alien Candy. Okay, so Alien Candy is from Grand Rounds Brewing Company out of Rochester, Minnesota. Now, they don't distribute their beers widely. I got my hands on this from my friend Katie, who had to go up there for family reasons and such, and decided while she was there to go visit some breweries, and I may have or may have not suggested that to her at all. It doesn't really make any difference. But looking at a couple, I think there were like 4 breweries in the area, and I told her, and after looking at some of the pictures online and some of the reviews and stuff, that Grand Rounds would be a decent place to go to. So I took a look at their list and saw some beers that were interesting, and I picked Alien Candy and said, okay, if they got any beers over there that they can put in crowlers, that this is a crowler, they put it on tap and can it on site to pick me up a can of that, pay back, all that fun stuff, and I'll do a review on that. I want to try it. Something from Minnesota, a small brewery I haven't had before. So we'll see how this goes. So the beer sounded all great from over there, the food and everything too. So I'm really excited to try this. It is a peanut butter milk stout. Now there's a little bit of a discrepancy between the website and what's written on the can. The can states that the ABV is 5.0%, while the website says 5.3%. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but it kind of is. I'm not going to make a big deal out of that, but I kind of am, but not really. The IBU, though, is solid. It's at 15, so there was no discrepancy there. So the only problem is this label does not have any description on it. It just says like Alien Candy milk stout. It doesn't say that it's, specifically a peanut butter milk stout, although that's what the website says. So let's see if this actually is a peanut butter milk stout. Now you'll have to excuse me. Oh, they filled this super full. Sometimes when you get growlers or crowlers, they fill really full to the point that you open it and beer just starts splurting out everywhere. So what sucks now is that I have to pour this really fast. Unfortunately, I have a habit of making a friggin' mess with pouring crowlers, so we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna have to pour this super fast and hope to Jesus I don't get too much head. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Yes. All right, so here we go. Out of a Guinness pint glass, we got a solid like 3 fingers of head. That's actually not bad for this. And it's a pale, off-white, almost slightly tan, kind of brown, like very, very light brown head to it. So kind of similar to what I've seen out of the Guinness stout and, other normal stouts. So seeing, the tan head like that is pretty normal. Ooh. I smell a hint of chocolatiness and notes of peanut butter. And not like peanut butter, but peanuts. Like they actually used peanuts in this. So this sounds like it's very promising beer. And it's not a blast in your face of like, hey, we just globbed peanut butter in here. No, that has a nice peanutty smell to it, kind of almost slight roasty peanutty to it. So let's take a taste out of this. Nice. It is a little lighter for a stout on the body, but it does have that. It does have some of that bitterness in there, but not a lot. Not a lot of chocolatey bitterness, and you can definitely take. I can definitely taste the peanut in here. It is definitely lightly roasted on peanut. So I would actually say this is a very good beer. Now, the thing is, I've had a few other peanut butter stouts or peanut butter porters and such, and those tend to be a little overpowering with the peanut. Like, hey, we put peanuts in here, and then just beat that into the beer or into your mouth. But this is a very good introduction, as the peanut taste and the peanut flavor, the smell and everything is a little milder and a little more subtle on the tongue. So then that way, if you haven't had a peanut butter stout or peanut butter porter before, this would be a very good segue into this. And I didn't take a look at the body too much because I'm too excited about tasting this beer I've never had before, so, and probably won't have again unless I make my way out to Rochester, Minnesota, hint hint. It is very dark. It is black. It is what you would want from a porter, or actually a stout. This is a stout. Yes, let me read this. Yes, milk stout. Why do I keep saying this is a porter? This is a stout. No. The head was very rocky, so that was good. You can tell it's carbonated. It had, it dissipated fairly quickly, and we're now left with this ring here, which is to be expected. So everything's panning out like this. It says it's a stout, and it is behaving like a stout. Now, with this being a milk stout, it's going to be a little sweeter than a regular stout, and sometimes a little creamier depending on what they do. And it is a little thinner than what you would expect for more stouts, but it still has that kind of, it's a little watery, but it still has some underlying creaminess to it. So it's not thin, it's not thick, but it still goes down very smooth. And for a dark beer, it is not a heavy tasting one at all. So this is actually something that, you could actually drink fairly easily. This would be, something you would have as a dessert beer or midday beer, just had lunch, not going to have dinner for a few hours, whatever, just kind of have this in the meantime. If you don't want to stuff your face with peanut butter cups or something, or whatever it is you'd like to snack on, you can have this instead. Very pleasant, very mild, and I am a fan of what they did to this. Oh. That is actually pretty good. So I would go ahead and give this a, I want to give it a 7.5, but I don't think it's quite there, but no, I'm feeling a little generous today, so we'll give it, I'd say, about a 7.5. And call it at that. So yeah, if you want to try a peanut butter stout or a milk stout of this type, make sure, if you're in the Minnesota area around Rochester, that's about, I think, an hour or so south of the Twin Cities, check out Grand Rounds. It looks like they got some great food too, so I would recommend this. After tasting this, I would definitely like to see what else they have. So hopefully this makes their way out to them. I would like to have some more of their stuff, honestly. It just kind of sucks that I live like a 6-7 hour drive away from there. So with that being said, I enjoyed this beer. 7.5. Thank you, Katie. And Remember, stay thirsty, bastards.